How are we doing, guys? Hacker Single Figures here, and it's time for another week of golf. And this week we need to talk about obviously the stuff I've been up to. We also need to talk about another driver being released, this time the Callaway Rogue. We need to talk about that, and we also need to talk about this weather because it is shocking. Now, I'm working from home today, so I'm having to film here. Reason being, we have a poorly child.
Got tonsillitis.
You're not feeling well, are you?
No.
No fun for you today.
No fun.
Right, so first things first, we need to talk about drivers, as I said. So we know this time of year is notorious for brands bringing out new products. That is fine, and I understand that that's what they need to do. However, now we've got another one coming out, the Callaway Rogue driver. Now, it's got the same technology as the Epic. What's weird about this one is it's not replacing the Epic. So they've obviously worked on improve the technology. I don't know what the details of it are. Improve the technology of it, and it's going to be on sale for the same sort of price as the Epic, alongside the Epic, which is just weird. I just don't get it. Why would they put another one in the market when the Epic's doing so well? That said, this weekend in Abu Dhabi, there was a picture, I don't know if you saw it on social media, and it was literally, there was a wall of Callaway tour bags and everyone was playing the Rogue. Sergio won with it in his bag as well, which is his first week as a Callaway staffer. So I just don't know what to think about all this anymore. All these new drivers coming out. I've not hit it yet, so I don't know what it's like. Is it too much? Are we going to really gain any performance from them? I did film a video last week with Ryan from Howley Hall, who is a PGA professional. He's also a custom fitter, and he's a bit of a golf geek, you know, tech geek. So, and I just tried to do a video with him, say, look, I know you're not going to say, you can't say that all the new clubs are a load of rubbish, because you can't do that because you essentially sell them. But in all honesty, what do you think about the quick cycle that all the manufacturers have in releasing golf clubs? Can it benefit people? And it was really interesting, and the stuff that Ryan had to say. Now, unfortunately, the files were corrupt, so I can't use it. So I'm going to go and film it again this week with Ryan. So if there's anything you guys would like to ask Ryan, or anything you'd like me to get him to answer in terms of new technology, new clubs, and is it all a big load of bobbins and marketing tosh, comment below and let me know. What would you like me to ask Ryan about new clubs? Whether it's specifically the Rogue, whether it's the M3, M4, the new Ping driver, the new Cobra driver, whatever it is, anything about the new drivers or the new clubs that have been released. Is it too much? Is it all marketing nonsense? Or is there some valid points to the stuff that they're doing? Who knows? But let's ask Ryan, see what he thinks. Shall we have a look at what we've been up to this week? This is not ideal weather for golf, is it? So it's Thursday night, which is draw night at Howley Hall. So we come up every third Thursday, and we get our tee times for the next 3 weeks. So you go in, get a number, call your number out, and your 4-ball gets to pick a time. So we'll go and have a beer, wait for our number to be called, and see what time we get. 9:48 is our time for the next 3 weeks. So back home, get some tea. We're not playing the golf course because it's closed, so we're in the simulator. So me, Jacko and Chris, where are we playing?
Glen Eagles.
Glen Eagles.
Horrible shot.
That nearly hit my head.
That was 6 inches for me. Never ever seen a ball come back before, Jacko.
Not
You
like
missed
that.
the net completely.
If you watch the channel and you subscribe to the channel, you'll have seen I had a lesson with Ryan earlier this week. If you haven't already seen that video, there's a little link up for it up there. Go and check that video out. And one of the things we've been working really hard on is my swing path. So I dropped the club a lot inside. A lot of that's to do with my takeaway. So we've worked on that a little bit. My takeaway was actually okay. But we've been working on basically just a 3/4 swing drill to try and get a more neutral swing path. And then once we get my swing path feeling more neutral, which, you know, my swing path is so far from the inside, it's ridiculous. And that's why I then flip my hands, and that's when I get that bad left shot, which is my absolute bad shot. Also tweaked my driver. We just tried a different shaft in it, which actually seemed to really help. It's a stiffer shaft, so it felt easier to hit the driver without having to really use my hands a lot. So I didn't seem to leak as much to the left. So I'm going to try that for a few weeks and see how I got on with it. So yeah, it was a great lesson with Ryan. It was really good to catch up with him because I haven't seen him for a while, what with the back injury and Christmas and everything. So it was good to catch up with him and get something really good and solid to work on for the next couple of weeks in terms of a practice drill. So yeah, a lot of time at the range spent with that one. But aside from that, as you can see, the weather's not been great in Yorkshire. I don't know what it's been like where you've been. Have you been able to get out and play? Up here it's been pretty awful, so loads more snow middle of the week, which has meant the course was closed at the weekend, so we played on simulator inside. We only got 9 holes in, but that was good fun. Apart from the fact when Jacko nearly killed us all. If you saw that clip at the end of it, should we just watch that one more time just to see how he didn't actually injure anyone in there? Just check this out.
Whoa, Jesus. Horrible shot.
That nearly hit my head.
That was 6 inches for me. Never ever seen a ball come back before, Jacko.
Not
You
like
missed
that.
the net completely.
So as you can see, he's basically gone to hit, I think it was just a wedge, and somehow he's missed the net and hit the wall at the back, and the ball has flown back at us with some serious pace. And it's literally, there was myself, Ryan and Chris all stood at the back near the computer, and it literally went through all of us somehow. I don't know how none of us got hit by Jacko's shot then, but I just don't know how he's done it. Should we just watch it one more time for fun?
Whoa, Jesus.
Just like to say thank you to everybody who did comment on the last video. Lots of comments on the things you guys have been up to, and as well as lots of people giving me some support for the back, which was not literally, but supporting me in with my back woes. So yeah, really appreciate you guys commenting. So just quickly give a few mentions to those who did. Richard Todd, Hack to Scratch Golf, Phil Seddon, Matthew Lloyd Williams, Rob White, Dave Parry, Daniel Sutcliffe, Mark Sheehan, Kevin Friesen, who's commented on loads of videos recently. He's actually binge watched all my videos. Mike Reed, Oliver Bull, Charles Malasis, Gary Ray, Paul Brunt, Craig Winchurch, Sean from Oakland Paving, Martin Blackmore, P Dash, Brian Buckley, Ian Evans. Poof. All you guys, thank you so much for supporting me on this challenge, trying to get to single figures, encouraging me when the chips are down like they were over the last couple of weeks. So yeah, Thank you so much. Appreciate it massively. So what golf have we got coming up this week? Hopefully more than last week. It snowed again yesterday, but it seems to have cleared. However, everything is just soaking wet, so I don't know when Howley's going to be open again. We'll have to see. It's closed at the minute, so fingers crossed it opens pretty soon. I am hoping to get over to the Mere at Knutsford to go and play there with For Business, so fingers crossed the weather is kind for that and I can get over there and play. I'll be playing hopefully at the weekend, but it's just going to depend on the weather. The rest of the week is just going to be basically practicing and working on this 3/4 drill, as well as just at home with my putter, which I'm trying to do a little bit with that every single night with my put out. So yeah, it's going to be a busy few weeks. I've got to really try and grain this drill in because it still feels very strange. It feels like I'm coming really over the top, which I'm not, but that's the feeling I need to try and get. So I'm working super hard to try and neutralize my path. That is the big job for me this week. So there we go, that's it from me for this week. Thanks to everybody who's watched, thanks to everybody who's commented. If you want to ask me any questions or you want to tell me what you guys are working on, make sure you comment below and yeah, and I'll respond to everybody. So if you enjoyed the video, remember, hit the thumbs up, and if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, subscribe now. Click the button, subscribe, and follow me on this journey to single figures. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a great week of golf, and I'll chat to you next week.